Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sanatsujatiya. We are studying Shloka 6. Yamam tveke mrityumatonyamahuhu atmavasam amritam brahmacharyam pitriloke rajyamanushasti devaha shivashivanam ashivo shivanam. This is the shloka, and we were looking into the bhashya under this shloka. In this book, bhashya page 22, yasmat pramada eva mrityuhu apramadah amritatvam ata eva na karma sadhyam amritatvam napi karma prapyam nitya siddhatvat nitya praptatvat. So there is a popular misconception that one can attain moksha through karma, through action. The Bhashyakara is ruling out this idea. Moksha cannot be manufactured by karma, and it cannot also be reached by karma. Moksha is not karma sadhya, and it is not karma prapya. Bhashyakara has made a distinction between karma sadhya and karma prapya. In fact, they can be used in the same sense. But here he has made a distinction. Karma sadhya means something that is manufactured by karma. Something that is made, produced through an action is called karma sadhya. Generally, anything that we see in this world is a karma sadhya. For example, any dish, sambar, tilisaru, palya, obbottu. How do you produce it? You have to do some karma. Some actions are needed. You have to do the cooking. It is karma sadhya. It is not a jnana sadhya. Just by knowing the recipe, you know the recipe of making something. How to make sambar, I know the recipe. Do you get sambar? No. First of all, you have to know the recipe. Then you have to make it. Only then you get it. So it is karma sadhya. Another thing is karma prapya. You reach something through karma. For example, you have come to this temple from your house. Many people drove and some people walked. A few people walked. Many people drove and a few people rode also. Driving, riding, walking. All these three are karma. So through karma, you arrived at this place. So it is karma prapya. This place is karma prapya. In order to come here, you have done some karma. Likewise, somebody might as well think, moksha is karma sadhya. This is one misconception. Karma sadhya means now there is no moksha. We have to produce moksha through some kind of karma, some kind of action. If we do some kind of action, we can produce moksha. That means in us something will happen. If we do some kind of karma, shirshasana, etc., something will happen in us. Something should happen. That is moksha. Some people have this misconception. That is karma sadhya. Another thinking is karma prapya. You have to reach somewhere, some other place, some other loka, going to some loka, swarga, etc. That is moksha. Some people think so. No, Bhashyakara says neither of them are correct. Moksha is not karma sadhya. It is not karma prapya also. Why? Nitya siddhatvat, nitya praptatvat. Because moksha is nitya siddha. It is already there. Your own swarupa is moksha. The Atma is nitya mukta swarupa. The Atma is ever free. Nitya mukta swarupa. Therefore, it is nitya siddha. It is already there. The moksha is already there. The amritattva is already there. And it is nitya prapta also. It is not away from you. It is within you. Your own nature. Therefore, moksha is not karma sadhya and not karma prapya. If moksha is already there, why am I missing the moksha? The answer was already given. Pramado vai mrityuhu. Pramada. Pramada is ignorance, ajnana, avidya. We are not aware of our swarupa. We are not aware that we are free. Because of ignorance. Therefore, the only thing that we have to do is to remove the ignorance. And the ignorance can be removed only through jnana. Therefore, moksha is attained, or rather discovered. Moksha is discovered through jnana. Discovered. Discovered means you are removing the cover. It is already there, you have to remove the cover. And that is what we are trying to do here. You are removing the cover. Discovering. So, तथा च श्रुतिः एष नित्यो महिमा ब्राह्मणस्य न कर्मणा वर्धते नोकनीयान् इति एषः नित्यः महिमा ब्राह्मणस्य. The moksha is your nitya mahima. It is your eternal glory. It is your own glory. The glory of the Atma. The glory of the Brahman. Ever free. It is the glory of the Brahman. Na vardhate karmana. The Atma Swarupa does not increase with the karma. You cannot add anything to the Brahman with your karma. And nothing is lost as well. If I make some mistakes, am I going to lose anything? Does the Brahman lose anything? Brahman does not lose anything. Brahman does not gain anything also on account of karma. Because it is always unaffected by karma. In the Purna, in the infinite, no addition is possible. Infinite plus one, it is not possible. Infinite minus one, not possible. Na vardhate no kaniya. The Atma Swarupa does not increase or decrease. Tatha tameva viditva atimrityumeti nanyah pantha vidyate yanaya. This is a very important statement in the Shruti, which says jnana is the only way to get moksha. Tam viditva eva mrityum atyeti. With the understanding of the Brahman alone, with the understanding of the Atma alone, one becomes free from mrityu. One becomes free from samsara. There is no other way for moksha. Nanyah pantha vidyate yanaya. The Shruti rules out any other parallel path to moksha. There is no parallel path to moksha. Jnana does not have a substitute. There is no substitute for self-knowledge. Tameva dhiro vijnaya prajnam kurvita brahmanaha. Tameva dhiro vijnaya prajnam kurvita. This is from Brihadaranyaka. A Viveki, a wise man should understand the Brahman and abide in the understanding. The next line is also very important. It is not stated here, it's not quoted here in the same mantra. Nanudhyayat bahun chabdan vacho vidlapanam hi tat. A mumukshu who is making effort to abide in Brahmajnana should give up listening to other things. He should not engage himself in other worldly talk, etc. That will consume his quality of mind, consume his mental energy. For example, gossip, etc. Often people are interested in gossiping. What is happening here, what is happening there. And nowadays, even those who are interested a little in spiritual things, they listen to many people, many swamis, many YouTube videos and audios, and talk about people. This Swami is doing this, that Swami is doing that, this Swami is saying this, that Swami is saying that. It is also another waste of time. One should listen with the focus. It is always advisable to listen to one Acharya consistently with the commitment. Only then the clarity dawns. Often I see people listening to many things, many people. What happens? The clarity does not grow. Iti jnanasyaiva moksha sadhanatvam darshitam. With these statements, the Shruti clearly points out that jnana is the moksha sadhanam. Jnana is the way to moksha. Tatha cha na chakshusha grihyate napi vacha nanyir devais tapasa karmana va jnana prasadena vishuddha sattvaha tatastutam pashyate nishkalam dhyayamanaha. This is another statement from the Upanishad. Na chakshusha grihyate napi vacha. One cannot see the Brahman with the eyes, etc. Chakshusha na grihyate. Na anyaihi devaihi. Any other indriya, through any other sense, one cannot see the Brahman. One cannot know the Atma. Then what is the way to know the Atma? We have to understand the only pramana that is available to us is the Vedanta Vakya as taught by the Guru. Gurupadishta Vedanta Vakya is the pramana, the means of knowledge to know the ultimate truth. Jnana prasadena vishuddha sattvaha tatastutam pashyate nishkalam dhyayamana. Vishuddha sattvaha, one who has attained purity of mind. Through purity of mind, he becomes ready for the Atma Jnana. Then he exposes himself to the teaching of Vedanta. And through the Vedanta Vakya, he realizes the ultimate truth as his own Swarupa, as his own true nature. Vakshyati cha bhagavan jnanasyaiva moksha sadhanatvam antavantaha kshatriya ye jayanti lokan janaha karmana nirmitena iti evam mrityum jayamanam viditva jnanena tishthanna vibheti mrityoho iti cha. And so far, Bhashyakara showed Jnana is the way to moksha based on the Shruti Vakyas, based on the statements of the Upanishads. Now he says, even in this text, later on, in Sanatsujatiyam itself, Bhagavan Sanat Kumara himself, Sanatsujata himself, will say Jnana is the moksha sadhana. Jnana is the way to moksha. These lines will come later on in the text itself. Antavantaha kshatriyate jayanti lokan janaha karmana nirmitena. Karmana nirmitena, through karma, accomplished through karma. What is accomplished through karma? Anything that is accomplished through karma, antavantaha, they are antavantaha. Antavantaha means temporary. They are subject to destruction. Any result of karma is temporary. It is not going to be permanent. In this world it is so. Anything that you have accomplished through karma is temporary, not permanent. You have cooked today. How long will it last? It has to be consumed today itself. It cannot be kept for one day also. In fact, if it is kept for tomorrow, it becomes stale. Yatayamam gatarasam puti paryushitancha yat uchchishtam abhichamedhyam bhojanam tamasapriyam. One day later, it becomes a tamasika. So what is cooked today should be eaten today itself. Nowadays people keep things in the fridge 5 days, 10 days, etc. But the sattva goes from that. No more sattva. The subtle freshness of the food the purity of the food goes away. Therefore, it is advisable to eat the food fresh, not after 2 days, 3 days, etc. So, the food becomes stale, it cannot be eaten after some time. So, any result of karma in this world is subject to destruction, subject to deterioration and destruction. Likewise, we can understand even the other worlds that one attains through karma are temporary. If you do special type of karma, you can go to higher lokas, Swargadi loka. But even Swarga is temporary. How long can one stay in Swarga? As long as his punya allows him to stay there. Kshine punye martya lokam vishanti. When the punya is exhausted, he has to come back. There is nothing called permanent Swarga. And there is no permanent Naraka also. In the Western concept, they have eternal heaven and eternal hell. If you look into the Abrahamic faiths, they do not have the idea of rebirth. There is no rebirth in the Abrahamic faiths. They have afterlife but no rebirth. So they have only one janma, one life. And after this life, what happens? It is determined by what you have done here. If you have believed in certain things and followed certain rules, ultimately you may go to heaven. And once you go to heaven, it is eternal, permanent. You don't come down from that. You will have all enjoyments there. Or if you have made mistake, like me, I am the biggest sinner. You are Brahman. I am teaching you are Brahman and I say I am Brahman. The most blasphemous crime I am doing. So what will happen to me? You will go to eternal hell. I will go to eternal hell. That is the idea. But our Shastras say, you are going to hell because of your karma, your bad karma. And you will stay in the hell, in the Naraka, as long as that bad karma is exhausted. Once your bad karma is exhausted, you will come back. You will not stay there eternally. Likewise, even if you go to Swarga, you went to Swarga because of your good karma. You have done some punya, that is why you have gone to Swarga. And you will stay in the Swarga as long as your punya allows you to stay there. With every moment of your stay in Swarga, you are exhausting your punya. It is not free. You are spending your punya there. Punya is like currency which allows you to stay in Swarga. And at some point of time, the punya is exhausted. Kshine punye martyalokam vishanti. Once the punya is exhausted, you come back to the human birth. The human birth, it is like a platform. Like, when you are traveling by metro, in between you will have to change somewhere. Say in Majestic, you are changing one line to another line, yellow line to blue line. So the human birth is also like that. Because in this Janma, you can do karma. The human birth is a birth, a Janma, which is conducive for doing karma. In other Janmas, there is no karma. In dog Janma, dog does not do any karma. It only enjoys the result of its earlier karma. When it was a human being, it has done some karma. And now it is enjoying that, it is experiencing the result of its past karma. It does not have much of free will. It is programmed. It has to follow its impulses, instincts. It cannot decide whether I should speak truth or whether I should tell a lie. A dog cannot decide. Have you heard any dog telling lies? No, it cannot. A dog does not have much of choice regarding what it should do, what it should not do. But a human being has choice. A human being has free will. He can choose whether I should tell a lie or whether I should speak truth. The human beings have choice. And also the human beings have the viveka. It is another special gift of human birth. You have the viveka. You can understand what is right and what is wrong. You can educate yourself regarding what is right and what is wrong. It is called viveka. You know it is not right. You know it is not wrong. You know telling lies is not right. So the human beings have the unique privilege of having viveka, the understanding of right and wrong. And we have the unique privilege of choosing the right over the wrong. It is not possible in other janmas. That is why in Manushya Janma, in human birth, one can choose to do the right type of actions and accumulate punya, and thereby he qualifies to go to the higher lokas. Or he can choose to do the wrong types of actions. He can do adharma and accumulate papa and go to the lower janmas after this janma, after this birth. Therefore, it is the meeting point of the higher worlds and the lower worlds. If you go to the lower world, means lower janmas. Also you come back to the human birth. It may take quite a long time, but you come back. So, antavantaha. So, any result of karma is antavan. It is subject to an end, subject to destruction. So, karma phala is anitya. And moksha cannot be anitya. Anything anitya cannot be considered moksha. Since moksha cannot be anitya, moksha cannot be karma phala. Moksha cannot be the result of karma. Therefore, karma is not the way to get moksha. Then what is the way to get moksha? Sanat Kumara says, Evam mrityum jayamanam viditva jnanena tishtanna vibheti mrityoho. Jnanena tishtanna vibheti mrityoho. When he has attained jnana, he is free from the fear of mrityu. He is free from the fear of samsara, implying jnana is the way to moksha. Tatha cha moksha dharme karmana badhyate jantuhu vidyaya cha vimuchyate tasmat karmana kurvanti yatayah paradarshinaha iti. Moksha dharma is a portion of Mahabharata Shanti Parva. Shanti Parva is an important portion of Mahabharata, where Yudhishthira approaches Bhishma. Bhishma was lying on his special bed. What is the special bed? Bed of arrows. And lying on the bed of arrows, Bhishma gives Upadesha to Yudhishthira and other Pandavas. There is a huge portion. So he spoke so much, lying on the bed of arrows. If we are put on the bed of arrows, what would have been our condition? But Bhishma eloquently speaks about dharma. And there also it is told, karmana badhyate jantuhu vidyaya cha vimuchyate. Jantuhu karmana badhyate. An individual is bound by karma. Karma is bandhana. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, Yajnarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangas samachara. Yajnarthat karmanonyatra. Any karma other than the karma done for the sake of Ishvara. Yajnarthat means Ishwararthat karmanaha. If the karma is done as an offering to Ishvara, it does not bind. Any other karma means any karma done for a material gain, it binds an individual. How does it bind? By producing punya as well as papa. you understand how it binds with the papa. If I have some papa, I am bound. Because of papa, one has to experience the result of the papa. Therefore, one will have to take one more janma, one more birth. That is how the karma binds. The papa karma binds. Likewise, even the punya binds. Even if I have punya, I will have to take one more janma. It is also a bondage. As long as there is one more janma, it is a bondage. Often, I used to give an example earlier. How punya binds. Some people who come here, they disappear for 3-4 months. If you ask why, they have gone to America. Going to America, it is a result of punya, perhaps, I don't know. But because of that punya, they are not able to listen to Vedanta for 3 months, 4 months. It is a form of bandhana, bondage. They have to go there and they are restricted. Some people complain also. There is no social life in America. We cannot go anywhere outside. So punya also binds. So, karmana badhyate jantuhu. Karma leads to bandhanam, bondage. Then what releases from the bondage? What makes one free from the bondage? Vidyaya cha vimuchyate. Vidya, jnana, the Atma jnana is the way to be free from the bondage, free from samsara. Tasmat karmana kurvanti yatayah paradarshinaha. Therefore, paradarshinaha yatayaha. Paradarshinaha means the people who can see the other shore. Other shore means the reality, the Brahman. Other shore of samsara. Means the one that is free from samsara. It is Brahman. Paradarshinaha means Brahmajnaninaha, the knowers of Brahman, the Brahmajnanis, who are yatayaha, they take to sannyasa, karmana kurvanti, they don't do any karma. A sannyasi does not do any karma. Neither he does punya karma nor papa karma. He is a karma tyagi. He remains with the jnana, gives up all karma, because karma does not serve any purpose for him. Jnanam vishishtam na tathahi yajna jnanena durgam taratena yajnaihi iti cha. This is another statement from Moksha Dharma itself. Jnanam Vishishtam. Knowledge is Vishishta. Knowledge is special. Knowledge is great. Na tatha hi yajnaha. Yajna is not so great. Karma is not so great as knowledge. Because jnanena durgam tarate. One becomes free from samsara through jnana, not through yajna, not through knowledge. Iti cha. Let us stop here. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari